Hey guys, welcome to my continuation of the Tomb Raider reboot reviews. Today we're looking at Rise of the Tomb Raider, and also if it still holds up in 2022.
Jonah!
Lara,
Well, in my opinion, I'm not going to waste your time. Yes, it is. This is a great game. I think this is something you have to play. Play the first one first, obviously, but it's a very good continuation of the first game. It does a lot to expand on the universe and also on the gameplay. Everything is scaled upwards. In terms of map design, NPC interactions even, there are a lot more people that you will meet in this universe, and they're all a lot less annoying than the first game. And even the combat this time around has improved. It's been improved quite a lot. I mean, the set pieces still seem the same, but it just feels better, and it's been handled quite well this time around. In this game, we get introduced to a lot more humanity to Lara's character. The relationship with the father gets amped up just a little bit. We also get introduced to a lot more characters this time around, and like I said before, I didn't like the previous characters in the first game. The companions that Lara was with, let's just say they complained a lot. But this time around, again, she's pretty much on her own, but she gets introduced to a lot more unknown people in the universe, and I think they did it well. Compared to the first game, I appreciated these characters a lot more, and also the writing is a bit better in this one than the first one. There's a lot more going on this time around. There are a lot more factions that you have to worry about. I mean, basically it was just Trinity in the first game. This time around there are two more added to this game. But yeah, the story gets a lot more interesting this time around. There's a lot more expansion going on in the universe. This gets fleshed out a lot more with the collections you pick up around the world. Again, you know, you get this tape recordings that people leave just there. I don't know how that works, but it's there. And a lot of it, just have a listen. If you find that interesting, keep going with it. So we know the first game was all about starting Lara's journey. It turned her from being very unsure of herself, and by the end of the game, she turned out to be quite a badass. Well, this game just continues that with Lara. Yeah, she just, there's nothing holding her back from doing what she wants to do. And I enjoyed this a lot about her. Yes, she does a lot wrong as a human being, you can say, but you cannot deny just the passion she has for what she does and how far she will go to achieve what she wants. And I appreciated that. So the game starts off with the first half an hour. You get introduced to the most beautiful looking snow area that you can ask for. They didn't hold back on the visuals here. Again, it holds up very well. But the introduction to this game is quite exciting. The one thing I will say about this game also is that Constantine is definitely the best villain of the three games. Yes, you can relate to him. I don't agree with him, but I can relate to what he's saying, and I can also relate to what his vision is for Trinity in whole. The upgrade system this time around is a bit better as well. There's a lot more things you can tweak, and obviously you upgrade this while sitting at a fire. This is your bonfire you go to. This is where you save the game as well. But while the combat is a lot better in this game, I think they focused a bit too much on the combat. To me, at least, Tomb Raider is a lot more about traversing the world, finding hidden objects. Assassination seems a bit more appropriate for this franchise. And there were a lot of shootout sequences where there's just gunning down like 10 people at a time. For me, at least, I don't think that fits Tomb Raider as well as it would, like, say, an Uncharted. I just feel that Tomb Raider is a lot more suited to, you know, tombs. Just finding tombs, finding secret objects, and kind of just skirting around the combat, to be honest. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Also, I heard there was a lot of complaints about the third game seeming samey in terms of the map. But, I mean, in this game, 70% you spend in the ice. So, but I don't think that's a bad thing. As long as it makes sense to the story, I think it adds to the story as well. So the same visuals, being in the same place most of the time, I don't think hurts the game. Again, if it makes sense, then they should go with it. Voice acting, again, pretty solid. From the whole cast, Camilla Luddington does an amazing job again. She really has to carry the story throughout, so I think she does a super good job. I just enjoy the detail in her voice when she's getting cold, or when she's hot, or when she's falling. Every detail in her voice gets crossed over quite well to the character. So in this game we get a lot more open areas, and this is a thing normally to praise about it, and again, I don't mind them doing that. I get they have to change the formula just a bit or advance it as well, but the more open areas just seem to drag the game on just a little bit. There was this one point with the catapults, we had to use them to open gates, to crush open gates. This took a long time to finish. It was a lot of the same thing happening all over again with the combats especially, and then you get puzzles in between as well. So this entire area just took so long to finish, and I think it dragged out the experience just a bit, and it also hurt the pacing. But even with that, you cannot complain about the attention to detail that they did here. It's something that Crystal Dynamics can be very proud of accomplishing. There's nothing in this game that will put you off from playing it. I know a lot of people see this as the best in the series, so this is just my opinion, but this is still a great accomplishment to have. What is the rating? Well, I think even though the game expanded a lot, I feel the first game was a lot more focused on what it wanted to accomplish. I think this one focused a lot more on advancing a lot of things, and I think it lost that bit of focus that the first one had. It's just my opinion again, but the amount of combat that you had to do didn't really fit the universe. I also think a lot of the open world hurt the pacing on this one. But even though this game is not legendary status for me, I still think it's a masterclass. But thank you again, guys, for watching. I appreciate it a lot. I will be working on the next Tomb Raider shortly. I look forward to sharing that with you guys. But until then, love, party, play. Bye, guys.